Hey guys, welcome back to another TA video. I'll be going over some names I'm currently looking at, and let's get right into it. So first off is NVDA. So right now NVDA is currently retesting that support level that I previously mentioned in the past, which is 180. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, there is a case that, or I think the 1-hour time frame, there's a case that we're forming a potential double bottom here. So we have our left leg here and a possible right leg here on the 4-hour, or the 1-hour time frame. So definitely keep an eye on NVIDIA. We're at support, so definitely keep an eye on it. Trend is still very bullish, but like always, if you do lose this level, I'm going to stay away from NVIDIA on the short term. And maybe you break below 180 to see a dip back down to 175. But as of right now, NVIDIA is at support, so definitely keep an eye on it. And if price does break back above 185, I definitely want to look to buy some calls here and ride the wave back up to 195 or to $200, which is my target. And next one is going to be Netflix. So this is for like the bigger portfolios in my opinion, but if we look at the weekly time frame, this name is definitely forming a massive consolidation. And if we really look on the weekly time frame, price is forming a beautiful double bottom here. And so my game plan, and I put this on my watch list, if you break above 1240, which is the neckline like I previously stated, break above 1240 to see 1267. But really my target for Netflix is roughly 1300, and I'll put that at, let's say, yellow. So break above 1240, we could see 1267, but really my main target is 1300. And yeah, this is all noise between 1240 to 1200, so this is all noise. Price did retest the 8 and 21 EMA, and I bet if you look at the 4-hour time frame, I bet we're wedging. So if we draw our trend lines here, price action is getting coiled up, and you could do something like that and maybe look for a potential breakout whether tomorrow or Thursday. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on Netflix above 1240 for a breakout. I could care less what happens below 1200. And yeah, we're gonna get right into the next one, Fast TA, and it's gonna be the next one's AVGO. This was on my previously watch list. Let me delete some of these drawings here. All right, so if you guys look back on all my videos, I've always been mentioning once you break it back above 340 for AVGO, you could see a breakout back up, to 358. You guys could literally go back to my old videos and you guys will see what I'm talking about. We did hit our target, but like right now we are retesting that 1240 level, and if we look at the 1-hour time frame, this 12 level is pretty significant. So we look here, this is the 1240 level. So right here, price did retest that level. So as long as that level holds, I am bullish on AVGO. And let's say if we hold this level and we break back above with this high here at 348, maybe we could see a continuation back up to 358. And once you break above 358, you can see this all-time high retest all the way up to 374. Okay, guys? So that is pretty much it what I'm looking at for AVGO. And always use that 340 as support, and you have the 8 and 21 EMA right there on the daily time frame, which could also act as support. And we're going to move on to PLTR. So PLTR is a tricky name, but we are forming a inverse head and shoulders. I've mentioned this inverse head and shoulder in a previous video, but it did not play out. But yeah, so I'll show you the inverse head and shoulders right now. We have our left shoulder here. Oops. We have our left shoulder here, our head here, and the right here. So this is a very simple play for PLTR. Is just break above 185.7 on the daily time frame. We could see a massive breakout to 190 or even to $200 for PLTR. And on the weekly time frame, price did retest the 80 EMA, which is a great sign for bulls. So you really below 172 is your support. You would get out of there. But right now you are bouncing from that level, so definitely keep an eye on PLTR above 185.7. And yeah, and I think and look on the 4-hour time frame, you do respect this level more than once. So you have our bottom wicks here and another bottom wick here on the 4-hour. as well. So definitely keep an eye on PLTR above 185. And we're going to move on to Coinbase. Okay. So Coinbase, you guys could look, like I always said, I think this was 2 videos ago, that we are forming this inverse head and shoulders. We did break out, but right now we are retesting that neckline on the daily time frame. So right now, so look, we broke out, right? Oh my God. All right, we broke out here. Dude. We broke out here, right? So right now, what I'm currently looking at for Coinbase is if this neckline, this 335 level could hold, I'm going to look for a potential retest by the dip here, and my stop loss would roughly be at 335. And I think on the weekly time frame, we are retesting that weekly ADMA, which is a great sign. And if so, we also have 2 confluences here at 335 and the weekly ADMA on the weekly time frame. So definitely hold above 335, break above 346 to see a continuation back up to 400 or to 377. But yeah, guys, this is looking great for a beautiful retest for this previous breakout. So definitely keep an eye on coin, and you could see this breakout in the next coming days if we do break it back above 346. And next one is Amazon. All right, so this name, it has been pretty fucking stubborn, but I'll say this. Previously, I did say 220 is a big critical level, which still is. We did get rejected around like 219 today, but what we did form today, like we did close above our previously support here at around 215, 216, but we did form this indecisive candle with strong volume on the daily time frame. So maybe just keep an eye on Amazon, because maybe price still consolidates a bit more. But once you see price break back above 220 to 222, maybe I'll look into getting some calls for Amazon. But as of right now, this is solely just buying the dip opportunity for me. And yeah, and I think we're sitting at the monthly ADMA on the monthly time frame, which could be another dip buy opportunity. And yeah, guys, so this is more of a long-term play in my opinion, but really, if you guys want to stay patient, just wait above 220 or even 222. Break back above 222 to see a move to 228, and break above 228 to see a move back up to 236. But that is that for for Amazon, and the next one is Meta. All right, so Meta is a name that I have been very vocal in my Discord that I have been buying long-term shares, and yeah. So right now we are this big demand zone is 705 to 600, 695 roughly. And what I'm currently looking at for Meta is break above 720 to see a move to 736, and break above 736 to see a move back up to 785. And if we look at the 4-hour time frame for Meta is, let me delete this trend line. Sorry, give me 1 second. We are forming a potential double bottom here as well. So we have our left wick here, our neckline here, and you did form another wick here. So break the neckline, which is 736, to see a breakout to 784. And your support level is this left wick here, which is roughly 690. So definitely keep an eye on Meta. Your stop loss is 690, and you could execute your trade here around 736, which is the neckline, and previous resistance here. So next one, so Meta, boom, we've gone over Meta, is Costco. Guys, look back at my previous video. I mentioned this shit at the very bottom, bro. And look, again, I even posted this yesterday on my Discord. So Costco, you did break out of this falling wedge, and you did retest that trend line, and so hold above 935 on the daily time frame to see a move to 952, and break above 952 to see a big move to 990 or even to 1,000. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for Costco, because yeah, literally 935, hold 935 to see 950, break above 952, 950 to see a move back up to 990. And I believe, yeah, you also just use the daily 8 and 21, the daily 8 and 21 EMA as your guys' support levels as well. And now if you look at the weekly time frame, the EMAs are starting to flatten out, which is a great sign for bulls. And you're above the weekly 8 EMA on the weekly time frame, which is also a great sign for bulls. And my last name for today is Tesla. So Tesla is a bit tricky name. This name has been consolidating on the daily time frame. You see this a big explosive move back to highs at 470, and now you're seeing the sideways consolidation on the daily time frame. So what I'm currently looking at for Tesla is break above 450, 440 or 440, 440 to 450, break above 450 to see an explosive breakout to 462 or even to 470. But like I've always said, as long as Tesla holds above 400, I am bullish on this name, and I still think we could see a breakout to 488. But like I recently said, this name is coiling up and looking ready for a possible breakout in the near future. Just keep an eye on it, and just be also aware that this is a big consolidation between 428 to 445, so we could even chop more on the zone. So maybe wait until price breaks above 450 to get in. But yeah, guys, that is it for Tesla and for my analysis. If you guys like the video, make sure you drop a like and honestly leave a comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.